morning, good evening, good something. Time is an illusion made up by the government, so I don't know what to tell you. But hi, I'm Az. I will be your storyteller this evening. We're going to be playing SeaTac by Night of V5 Chronicle with these lovely individuals. Milo, who are you playing tonight?
I'm Milo. I am playing Indigo, the Rovnos.
Are you sure? I thought it was Malkavian.
She, if anyone else asks, she's Malkavian.
just small Malkavian. Don't mind her and her motherboard and the tech office. 3LC.
Oh, good evening, everyone. I'm playing Allison Whitmore, a little toreador, diplomat.
Just a diplomat.
Just a
Definitely
diplomat.
not on anybody's hit lists because of claiming to have committed violent murders that you did in fact participate in. No, diplomat. Just straight diplomat. Avery.
Hello, everyone. I'm Avery, and I will be playing the wonderful, enigmatic, strange Dr. Alistair Moon.
Just a doctor. Nothing else going on there. So, we last left off with the coterie meeting at the office. Several bits of information being shared about past events, trying to make plans for the future. A small break for Indigo just to check on a few things real quick. Just real quick. Ally letting her new associates know the shenanigans that have occurred in the city under everybody's nose. Alistair, you were finishing up a few important surgeries that you needed to get done before heading to this meeting that you were informed of. As you arrive at the office, you notice that both Magnus and Pearl are headed out. They're driving away. But you still see a motorcycle parked in the garage.
Alistair will get out of the vehicle, go to the call box for the office, ring the box.
It makes this odd crackle sound when you go to hit it, as if maybe it's not entirely functional. But inside Ally, Indigo, you hear the intercom go off.
Sounds like we have a guest. She'll go and check the door and make sure it is someone who's supposed to be there.
You see Alistair standing outside the door.
Okay.
Whitmore, greet you. Certain dignity. I do hope the evening greets you with some amount of certain dignity this evening.
Thank you, Dr. Alistair. So far, so good. Please, come on in.
Alistair will walk inside and take off their wool coat and hang it on the coat rack.
You see several maps spread out across the metal table. Seems that someone was going over them.
Is the map that we made of potential mass embrace sites still on the whiteboard, or?
Yes. It has a small chunk out of the corner because, well, the whiteboard had an incident and has yet to be replaced.
So go over and take the red marker and put a big X over the mall that was previously circled. It seems in your spontaneity Miss Whitmore, that you foiled a mass embrace that was being planned by the Sabbat in the area at the mall. They had several liquid canisters hooked up to the fire extinguishing system that were marked with the arcane sigils of the Volderi. If my intuition serves, they would have slew the kind there, given them just enough blood to wake up, and when they were waking up, put their own blood through the fire suppression system, forcing the Volderi before the poor souls even knew what happened.
Sounds absolutely... Oh, goodness. Well, I guess, I suppose that will, is there any additional action that needs to be taken at the mall location?
Already had the prepared equipment disposed of, so I do believe they would need months of re-preparation if they were going to try to use that location again. So I do believe we've taken out a pawn on their board, if you will.
That's wonderful news. Thank you, Dr. Alistair.
I wouldn't call that news wonderful. Normally when one foils a Sabbat attempted to mass embrace, the recompense is undeniable.
I see your point.
Indigo, good to see you this evening. I hope the evening greets you well.
Same. Big same.
I do hope my expeditious retreat the other evening was not too upsetting for anyone.
I think it was the least upsetting thing that happened, to be fair.
That would be fair, indeed. Have we made any headway on the coterie that was destroyed that night? Have we garnered any information concerning the happenings?
You're referring to the ones at the Sisters of Mercy?
No, the night the Inquisition scoured the city, there were
Yes.
many deaths.
Right. The grandstands.
Yes. Have we made any headway into deciphering the exact goings on of the evening?
We've reviewed some footage, if I recall correctly, of the site that was captured by drones. And I believe Indigo also has some additional body cam footage.
Yes, you got
If memory
one of the body
serves.
cams from Gwen, Ally, and Indigo went through it.
We have a place within the office here where you can view it yourself.
Forgive me, but I don't have the heart to view it myself. I would much rather hear a summary.
It was absolutely barbaric and murderous and terrible. Whatever was unleashed upon that group, to the very best of my understanding, no one survived. It would appear that the Second Inquisition also suffered losses of their own, and I don't believe that was intentional. I want to go and take a closer look, but I know it's dangerous right now.
I can help with that.
Or perhaps perhaps we get to steps of action. Indigo, were you able to decipher any sort of motive to the attack?
Well, whatever attacked them went straight for a library that was on the premises. It also looked like it was. I was able to determine with my occult that it looked like it was going after wards, right?
Yeah, with your rating, you realize that.
Yeah.
It went for the wards directly.
It directly took out their wards.
Do we know why the Second Inquisition chose the night in question to launch their assault?
In the video footage, there was someone who said something along the lines of, think about getting the call so quickly. Somebody put a call into them. And it came in rather fast, as either right before or just as the attack started happening.
So it could be surmised that the Order of Leopold's leftovers have been planning this assault for quite some time then. Would you surmise that that is a fair assessment?
I think based on everything that we know, I think the Second Inquisition has been preparing for any sort of offensive like this for a while. This particular attack just happens to be what unfolded.
Indigo will pull out the picture of the still she captured of the thing, the thing that attacked, and show it to Alistair.
Alistair, you see this thing? It's about 10 feet tall. It's big. And you see that as it moves, there's this almost sludge that passes as it touches things. It's not humanoid in shape. It stands on 2 legs. But it's vast. With the amount of blurring that is occurring in the image. Also, Ally, you do in fact know that the SI has been on guard since, all that happened a few months ago when the entire city had an outbreak of supernatural occurrences.
I think that they've. What have I learned from Gwen? Has Gwen had a chance to debrief Elliot on anything?
Hasn't had a chance to debrief. She's told you a few things that,
Okay.
they've been on edge since everything happened, that they did in fact get called to the scene. They just happened to be nearby because they were tracking movements of that one thing that you told her to leave alone. The thing that Olivia said, don't worry about this. It's nothing. Concern. Which was that incident in the graveyard where they believe they had attacked some sort of werewolf.
Right.
Does bring into play a certain amount of questions on my end. I admittedly am less involved with the other kindred of this city as I would like to be. And I do not know what alliances lay with whom and who is playing who. But based off of that picture, Indigo, I do believe there are other forces at play than just the kindred of the city. That being said, I can take a similar form and move with a similar speed and ferocity as you've borne witness to. So there are many variations of what could be the truth. Perhaps for now, we table the business of that evening, and later, when we have all gathered and we can all devote our resources in one concerted effort, we can reevaluate and deconstruct the series of events which occurred that evening. Does that sound amenable?
Yeah.
Cyril. Just kind of run their fingers through their beard for a moment.
Indigo, you're still getting pings about where the drones are moving, directional, adjustments. You rolled so well that.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. Okay, here's the thing. As a storyteller, I'm very glad for your, wins. I just feel bad for all my antagonists because, dear God, they can't roll for shit.
The curse
No.
is still in effect.
I'm stealing his fiance. It's happening.
Now, Miss Whitmore, you did express an interest in speaking to my asset before.
I did, if that is amenable to you. I just have a few questions, mainly regarding, I believe, questions I would have would be mainly associated with some of individuals that they may have known or have had knowledge of.
Very well. There is one step which we must complete quickly. Well, two, actually, but one before I can issue you a formal invitation to where my asset is being held. Your character must be vouched for by someone with a standing invitation.
I see.
And Alistair will look directly to Indigo.
I could vouch for her. She's pretty cool.
Pretty cool.
She's got good character.
You see this young woman, just, cool, good character, in this Swag Nation beanie, ripped up shirt, just like, she cool.
I mean, I would say that,
Very well. With step one out of the way, I do trust Miss Indigo's vouching for your character, as I've laid witness and heard second-hand account of Indigo's own behavior. That being said, there is something you must both know before you are ever to step foot within the walls of my home. And Alistair will look around. Are there any recording devices inside of this building?
No, they were all destroyed several months ago. Even the white noise machine seems to be acting up a little bit.
You
I
mentioned
was
you were
gonna
going
roll
to
to
fix
fix
that.
that.
You can.
Yeah,
Do you wanna
I
be
needed a
fixing it
roll.
right now? Yeah. Oh, that's right. You
She
can
fixed it earlier.
Yeah.
I was working on it earlier. Let me roll.
Yeah, roll.
I didn't
See if you
roll.
can fix it. See, here's what happens when you have a very tiny La Sombra break into an office for you. Things break. And this very much does make sense for Indigo's character of, are there any recording devices in here? Oh yeah, the fucking white noise machine. No,
I was
no
working
cameras.
on that.
Yeah. cameras.
Ally can assure that until the white noise machine is fixed, everything is broken.
Yeah,
Hi.
it's an old
Yeah.
machine. You're fine. You fix it quite easily. It looks like some of the wires became detached when someone removed it hastily from where it was residing previously.
Then
Turn it
what-
on.
I will wait until we're done talking to
Okay.
Tasha said always turn the white noise machine on. Click.
A buzz starts to go through the walls.
It might explode. Turn it back off.
And it's supposed to do that. You would be aware.
Through the walls? That's not white noise. Ew.
Has anybody else looked at this room with Auspex?
The Ep3 place is a place of medicine, healing. Not just for injured, but primarily for mortal, and most specifically mortal children. You will need to be on your best behavior.
Understood.
There will be blood. There will be surgical equipment. It will be difficult to keep a hold of yourself if you have not fed, so I would recommend that you feed yourselves before we head that direction. Any harm to my children will result in your death, most furious and quick. And I would be mournful for centuries if I were to have to put any of you to your final death. And I do mean that with all sincerity.
Understood, Dr. Alistair.
That being said, the final bit of this debriefing before we head to my home. The medicine that occurs with kindred that I keep under my care is a matter of therapy. For at its core, our feeding necessity is an addiction. Addiction like any other.
Understood.
My asset is recovering. So be gentle with her. Be tactful in your questioning. And whatever you do, there will be no use of the disciplines that affect her mind. I understood.
Understood.
Very well. I would be more than happy if both of you ride to my abode, or if you would like to follow along. That would also be alright, but with the increased presence of the Second Inquisition, perhaps taking one vehicle would be the more sensible choice.
I'm going to take my motorcycle.
Indigo, are you gonna let Alistair know what you did with the drone?
Yeah,
Okay.
in a minute.
Okay.
I was their drones won't follow us. Guarantee it. Got this shit on lock.
To know. However, I am more concerned with personal surveillance. I always find that the mechanized nature of automated surveillance is predictable. It is when men decide that we are to be hunted that we truly find ourselves in hot water, as it were.
Did you notice any white vans on the way you were here?
I did not. However,
Lee?
I was also scheduling 3 different surgeries. I was occupied.
Yes, Indigo, did you have a question? Did you want
Nope.
to ask about a white van? It doesn't have
Not
any
at all.
doesn't have any windows, so it's very easy to
Yeah.
pick up.
Do they offer children candy?
You know, come to think of it, some of them do. I've taken care of those ones.
Good to know. That's splendid information.
Very well. Miss Whitmore, will you be riding along with me?
Yes, let me just make a quick call, and I would be delighted to ride with you. I was going to place a call to Cullum to let him know where I'm going to be. Oh, and how was the place pronounced again?
The Epperwich place.
Everwich?
Efferwich.
Efferwich.
EOFERWYCH. Efferwich.
Efferwich. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, Ally, you okay?
I'm
You
doing...
need me to come get you?
No, I don't need you to come and pick me up or anything. I just needed to let you know that I'm heading out with with a good doctor and our mutual friend.
Who?
Someone that you'll meet probably soon enough, as soon as you're feeling better. But I'm going to just go to a place and ask some
one second.
questions.
Do you know anyone named? Oh, the one to fix your hand. Okay. Alright, yeah. But just let me know if you need a ride. Okay.
Absolutely. Call you right away. But I'm just letting you know I'm heading out for probably a few hours. And I will contact you.
Yours.
Hmm?
Okay.
Take care.
I'm gonna try and get some more sleep.
Yes. Please do.
I'll have my phone on. You need me? Anything at all? Okay.
Sleep, Callum. Please.
Right, Ally. Be safe.
Yes. Shall I hang up? All set.
Very
Cullum
well.
is set. You are, once again being tracked. You know that.
Right, this way, Miss Whit.
She'll go and follow you to your vehicle and get into the back seat.
Mm-hmm.
Alistair has the Escalade out this evening. So, very spacious back seat. There.
Are you playing with the electronic things, Ally?
Yes.
Are you?
Just tested the windows, that's all.
Mm-hmm.
See how
Sure?
see how they work.
Okay.
Just
Alright.
up and down, that's all.
Just up and down.
It's back up
Just
again.
Up and down to the back seat. Okay. Go up and down the back seat while Alistair drives.
Sir will look in the rear view at Ally for a moment during the drive. Do you find yourself in need of sustenance this evening, Miss Whitmore?
I do not at this time, but thank you.
As you wish. If you change your mind, there is a cooler in the back. Another thing that you should know, a part of our rehabilitation process is denial of blood of the kind we feed on animals. The animals old.
I see.
But it is available to you if you find yourself in dire straits, as it were.
I see. Thank you. I have known some kindred who have sustained themselves solely on the blood of animals, so
has been roughly 48 years, 3 months, and 17 days since I have partaken of the blood of a human. It is a constant trial, but I do find that it is necessary for proper rehabilitation and humanization of ourselves. Do you ever find yourself disconnected from your humanity, Miss Whitmore?
I have skirted the edge of such a cliff before. Yes.
Always 6 feet from the edge. Or so it seems.
I would say a little further back. Mainly because I'm one who takes a look at what humanity has done over the course of history and up to now. And it's fascinating. Absolutely is.
Such as any particular accomplishments that strike your fancy.
Well, for me personally, the ability to preserve their memories, the things, their families. It's absolutely quite fascinating. The handheld moving pictures that are viewed anywhere. It's astounding. To be able to connect with someone that you care for instantly. It's provided connections that I would have never dreamed possible.
Sounds like perhaps you were also alive during the time of telegrams and letters.
Oh, very much so.
While I'm not quite old enough to have lived through the denouement of Graham Bell's work, I wrote many letters home to my family during the Great War. It's interesting how much we've begun to take for granted written words in the advent of instant communication.
You're not wrong. That's why I write so much. I'm not that bad with a typewriter, but the written word in and of itself is more akin to my comfort level. And if there's one thing I can say about myself is that my handwriting is rather graceful.
We should write one another letters from time to time. It is a dying art, after all.
Indeed.
Another thing you should know. My asset, her name's Brynn. She's...
Lee. You know that name.
She's quite young. Still a child. In all senses of the word. Mostly, it's hard to define. There are moments where she is a woman unparalleled. There's a fire of wisdom beyond her years and strength of character which cannot be quantified. And yet in other moments, innocence turned profane. This corruption which the Sabbat has sown into her very soul. Please do be gentle with her, Miss Whitmore. She means a great deal to me.
I intend to.
Did we lose a Milo? Are you still there?
Yep, I'm still here.
Okay. So, as you are having this conversation in your car,
Mhm.
Alistair and Ally, Indigo, you have your Bluetooth helmet, right?
Mm-hmm.
Your phone starts going off. You're about three
Oh,
quarters of
goddamn.
the way to the address that Alistair gave you.
I'll answer it. Hello.
Hey, babe, what's going on?
Hey, how you
Staying out of
doing?
trouble?
Always, of course. It's
Perfect. So quick question. You home?
uh-huh. No, I'm not.
Okay, cool.
Like, which home though? I'm not in any of them. I'm just curious.
I mean, the new place.
No, I am not at the new place.
All right, so there's a couple deals going down there, so like I would just stay away from there for right now. And if
Okay.
anybody shows up, you're just some random person that works there, all right?
What?
You can say you're like the secretary or some shit. Well, even
Okay, the second.
Texas
Okay,
there.
I'll get the.
Yeah.
There you go. I'll look hot in
Skirt,
that.
blouse. Hell yeah, you will. Damn fine. Yeah, so just, maybe just stick to a couple
Am I
of the
employee
places.
of the month?
Always. Best employee. 10 out of 10 would recommend.
I don't know when I will be back there. Probably before dawn for sure, but
You know what? No, like give it a few nights. Just once I
oh, a
get
few
home.
nights. Okay,
Yeah,
I
just
got places. I got places
yeah.
for days, man.
I know you can always find somewhere. But just a couple nights and then you'll be good to go back.
All right, sounds good.
Okay. All right. Well, I will see you in probably a week.
All right, have fun with whatever.
Oh, absolutely.
Don't have too
Some
much fun
blast.
without me, though. Okay.
No, I would never. Shh. Can't do anything fun without you. Need you around.
I know I'm the life of the party.
Oh, absolutely.
Have a good night.
All right. Love you. Bye.
Love you. Bye.
And Bro hangs up.
Pencil skirt. Yeah,
Full skirt.
that look good.
So,
Keep driving.
takes you guys another about 15 minutes before you pull up to the which place? House.
Alistair will stop at the gate as per normal.
Yep. Your attendant, Dr. Moon.
How are you this evening, McClellan?
Well, sir.
Very good. I will be having another visitor arriving behind me on him.
Do we need to have anything ready to go? He kind of points to Ally in the back.
It's best that you, and he'll dominate them using condition. It's best you never knew that Miss Whitmore was here.
Who, sir?
Precisely. Now, McClellan. Have you ordered dinner?
I believe Miss Brynn ordered dinner.
Perfect. Very well. Very well. Over the gate, you will also be wise to ignore the presence of the motorcycles slowly approach.
We'll keep the gate open until it passes through.
Very well. Have a good evening, McClellan. I'll have a coffee sent out for you. 1 milk, 3 sugar, correct?
2.
1 milk, 2 sugars. Will be sent out in roughly 40 minutes.
I do appreciate it, Dr. Moon. Thank you.
Have a good evening, McClellan.
You as well. Gate
Pull through the
opens.
gate.
The gate stays open, Indigo, as the attendant at the gate kind of waves as you pass by.
And Alistair will pull
Would you
up
like to
to the...
describe the Efferwitch house?
Absolutely. So starting at the gate, it is about 1.5 acre drive to the house. It is an uphill drive. It is green topiaries all the way. Many different animals. There are clowns. There are mimes. Generally whimsical things, which leads to a sort of cul-de-sac drive, which has one split off into the garage, and then one split off around the house. It is a absolutely huge Victorian-style manor. Probably 35 rooms plus. It's got the Roman-style pillar villa porch. As Alistair will stop the car, get out, toss the keys to whoever's valeting for the evening, and have them pull the car into the garage. And we'll stand and wait for Indigo to pull up.
What a lovely house that you have.
You
A lovely
pull up.
manor house, I might say.
You stop. The attendant kind of looks at your bike. And just. Would
Hi.
you like us to leave it here or park it for you?
I mean, like, is it supposed to be parked somewhere? Because I can also just do that.
You wanna just
I'm
pull
good
up
at following instructions.
farther?
Yep,
You can.
follow his instructions.
Yeah. You pull off a little up to the side.
The
You see
manor
curtains
was
moving in the windows as everybody's looking down.
the manor was a gift.
Was a gift. I say.
Yes.
It's a kingly gift.
Our past selves should give our present selves more gifts, in my opinion, and less curses.
Allie's going to be looking and just taking in all the details of the house.
Oh, it's
And the
very
people.
familiar, Ally. Reminds you of home. Well, a place that was home at one point. So very long ago.
Yep. And she's just going to keep that to herself.
Shall we proceed inside? Don't be alarmed if you're approached by the children. The majority of them have some sort of terminal illness or otherwise. We do good work here, but it can be emotionally strenuous. Please feel free to allow yourselves to feel emotion while you're here.
It is rather late. So many of the children are in bed, but the sound of the motorcycle approaching has prompted some of them to look out and see.
Does Indigo notice the windows opening?
Yes,
She's gonna wave.
you see a couple, and then they see Dr. Moon, and the curtains quickly close.
Alistair will walk over to the Bellevue family's room and knock on the window. And he'll just kind of point up. Timothy, how are you feeling this evening?
A lot better, actually.
Very good. Timothy, these are my friends. This is Miss Whitmore. This is Miss Indigo.
You have a motorcycle.
I do.
Could you take me on a ride with?
Well, I do believe that it should be determined by your doctor.
Timothy, your father would have me hanged.
It doesn't have to know.
He will. He's my chief of security, Timothy. He will know.
But he's at the gate.
I'm aware. But he'll find out motorcycles are allowed. You know, come on. You're a bright boy. Use that beautiful, wonderful, big brain of yours.
So we go around back, where Miss Brynn takes us.
Miss Brynn should not be taking you back now. Did you finish your math assignment for the evening?
We had pizza.
Yes, you did. And Alistair will just kind of ruffle Timothy's hair. Back to bed.
Okay. Talk later. Just closes the window.
Very well. And Alistair will lead them inside into the huge Gatsby-style marble foyer with the grand chandelier.
Yeah. You do hear a voice in the hallway going, I don't care what you heard. It is bedtime. That's supposed to be in bed. That's how this works. There's a schedule and everything, and if I don't stick to it, I get in trouble. And you hear a small voice arguing about how, you know, bedtimes are for other people.
Yes. Miss Clarendon, I do believe your bedtime was 30 minutes ago.
But see, here's the thing. Miss Brynn said that we could have seconds if we were, and you do. You see Brynn standing there holding this little girl, and she turns to look at all of you. Allie, do you have your beanie on?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, this is important information. I said you could have seconds if you went to bed on time and we weren't doing this whole routine again. So, I'm gonna go put her in bed really quick and then...
You will meet my friends in the office.
Okay. Yeah, friends. You have so many of those.
She's probably
I'll
arguing.
give her like a low-key scathing look. Now, off to bed, Miss Clarendon. Or no chocolate chip pancakes come the morning.
I've got my imaginary pajamas
Bryn's
on.
like, I told you. See, this was not a idle threat. He meant it. Just, you see Brynn carrying her down the hallway back to her room. And she keeps kind of glancing over at Allie.
Very well. Alistair will lead Indigo and Ally up the stairs into the large library and office space.
Okay.
I imagine Brynn probably already has the fireplace lit.
Is the fireplace lit? The chair's dragged slightly close to it. The paperwork she's been helping with.
Is there a
spread
place
out
to
all over the desk?
Is there a place to hang a coat? I assume.
Sure is.
Okay. Ellie will remove her extraordinarily neon pink ski jacket with the blue bars that are on the shoulders. Hang it up.
The like green trim. Yeah.
She has the teal acid wash jeans, the Jordache sneakers, and a vintage t-shirt that's the Queen tour from '84. Beanie stays on though.
The beanie stays on.
With the
beanie
little
stays on.
with the little pink chihuahua pin.
Beanie stays on.
Indigo will also take her hoodie off and her beanie and put them up. And her shirt is basically just like kind of half ripped up, tied in some places. It says "Bite me" with a bat on it.
Plethora of comfortable seats. And Alistair will take a seat behind the desk.
takes about 10 minutes. Several very convincing arguments and a bribe before Brynn comes into the office. She opens the door without knocking, closes it behind her. So, you're home early?
I am.
And this is... kind of walks behind the desk and stands beside Alistair to look at you, Indigo and Ally.
Yo.
What's up?
Good evening.
Alistair's not even gonna wait. Alistair's gonna reach out and grab her wrist.
Okay. You do. There's
You're
a
fine.
moment. Hold on. We're gonna see how bad this check is. But she is staring you down, Ally. She's fine.
Oh, okay.
She's just
Sorry, I missed.
looking at you, looking at your queen shirt, looking at...
Brynn, this
What
is
is
Miss
this?
Allison Whitmore.
Huh.
Go on. You know the rules of the office, Brynn. Go on. Say what's on your mind.
She's dangerous. she shouldn't be here. Shouldn't be around the children.
Don't use the children as an excuse to ease your own anxiety.
You can feel Brynn shaking.
Ally will get up.
Brynn takes a step back. Tries to, at least.
Dr. Alistair, I will remove myself from the room for a few moments.
You will do no such thing. Confrontation, as Brynn knows, is a part of recovery.
Sure. Why'd you do it, huh? Why?
Mind your tone, Brynn.
I'm just here for a visit, by the grace
What are
of
we talking about?
your Dr. Alistair.
I believe what my young ward is referring to, Miss Whitmore, is your conduct at the Sisters of Mercy.
I've seen pictures of you. It's you, right? Or am I tripping?
You seem incredibly convinced I'm someone who has done you some sort of wrong or harm.
Do anything to me?
I don't plan to, at all. That would be a horrible thing to conduct myself in such a manner, especially after the hospitality of the good doctor. You have my word on that. My associate in here, she'll gesture over to Indigo.
Yeah, I don't know you.
Hi.
Hi.
I told you the girl who was in the car, I accidentally broke her neck. That is Miss Indigo.
Oh. Is your neck any better?
It's lumpy, apparently.
I mean, we can probably take a look at that for you.
Could take an x-ray, see what I can do to finish the job.
Finish it.
The reconstruction.
That's bad. Okay, we talked about phrasing. We talked
Well, the job was
What's wrong with my neck?
Nothing is wrong with your neck, but if you feel a lump, perhaps it's something to be looked at.
It's not really a lump. Kind of, what does it feel like again? What did you say it felt like?
It feels like there's
Ridges. There's ridges.
Perhaps we will take an X-ray before you go.
I can get that set up, and Brynn is just.
You're not going anywhere. Now, for our two newcomers, Brynn, would you like to explain the rules of this office, or shall I?
Complete and total honesty.
And candidness. If there is a thought that is on your mind, you speak it in here. No questions are taboo. No knowledge is forbidden. You have but to ask a question, and an answer will be provided.
They said you killed everyone.
Well, since that is the conduct and the candor of this room, I'll be happy to tell you that I didn't kill everyone. I didn't act alone. I showed up when there was an immediate threat that I took care of, because at the time, a coterie mate of mine was in danger. That is exactly what happened.
She came down this weekend for the long weekend. I guess she's going to a family wedding.
So you didn't kill them all, you just helped. I'm not sure that makes it better or worse.
At the time, the information that we were acting upon was going to, one, recover a wayward coterie mate that had gone down to confront, I believe, some of the individuals that used to know or run with.
I mean,
Then,
they're all dead now, so.
yes. Do you remember perhaps someone named Kara?
Yeah, I remember Carl.
I see. Well, we showed up to...
Rhoda and Ryan and Helen.
I can.
You see on the edge of her eyes blood starting to pool.
Did you know what you were a part of?
No, not really.
That
Until
tracks.
afterwards.
That tracks. For whatever horrible stories you've possibly heard about me, I did my best that I could to make sure that the one you knew as Kara was safe, and also Rota.
Worked out.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch the first part on the audio.
And look how that worked out.
Brynn,
Ally will sit back down.
it is not Miss Whitmore's fault.
Right.
Miss Whitmore. But you must understand that this wound is still very fresh. Brynn, my associates are of a mind to ask you a few questions.
So a lot of batteries.
Merit thing.
It takes.
Would you like me to get you something to drink?
It takes 3 triple A's.
Very well.
So
Miss Indigo, any questions that you have, feel free to ask.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So what I need to know, and I'm going to be. Oh, did my thing. Am I good?
You're fine.
What I need to ask is essentially, don't freak out. But
Okay.
I need to ask about Bishop.
Okay. Why?
I have been tasked with finding out who Bishop is pretending to be now.
Take your pick.
Exactly. So I was hoping, if you have this knowledge, what, if any, mannerisms did Bishop display that seemed consistent to them and not just the face they were wearing at the time?
Bryn's gonna look over at Alistair, kind of confused.
It's a fair question.
I mean, they get pissed off, their eyes go all weird. They get real pissed off if you drop the box, though. And that usually makes them a little bit more upset.
The box?
Yeah. That was Kara's job, though.
To carry it?
No, to watch. And then Kara took the fuck off, and I got put in charge of hanging around, so.
How do you drop the box if you're not holding it?
We had to move. So you have to take it with you.
I really don't want to ask this question, but what's in the box? No.
I don't
But in all seriousness, do you know what's in the box?
know.
Do you know where it is?
I'm usually not too far from it.
Do you know where they are?
No. I mean, they're dead, right? Or Bishop. Yeah, I don't know.
To be fair and to put it into context, any further questioning, Brynn has been here with me for nearly 3 months now.
So this is the part you want.
They really don't like you. She's looking directly at Ally.
I've heard this. Imagine they don't.
Not exactly what I thought you'd be. Thought you'd have, fangs, claws, something.
You're treading a line.
Sorry.
Have Indigo, do you have another question, or may I ask something?
I'm pretty much what I needed to know.
I see. Brynn, do you have any recollection of where they had information regarding the ritual they were seeking to conduct? Who were they in contact with?
ritual.
The ritual would... What was that, sorry?
You mean the pit?
No. It was not your Rite, I believe it's called. It was not one of those. It was something else.
Looks at Alistair.
It was related to a very specific form of blood sorcery.
What inquiring about Brynn is the communication ritual that Bishop used to keep in contact with everyone.
Pit. Yeah. What about it?
Mom, do I throw away these old
I believe
batteries?
the scope of Miss Whitmore's question is outside of your pack. Was there anyone specific that Bishop get contact with?
Well, they might actually, since they still gave it a little power, they might have. There is a thing in the store that has bad batteries.
The ones up north. They came to help a couple times.
Do they have any amongst them, these ones in the north, that are proficient in occult matters?
They were talking some nonsense. I don't understand any of it.
Do you have any names of them?
Tamir?
Tamir.
I think her name was her name. She had you watch as Brynn tries to grasp at a name that she can't remember.
Okay.
She had like long white hair, and she I didn't like being there when she fed.
I see. Thank you,
Because
Brynn.
of her prey or the matter in which she fed?
Both.
Care to elaborate?
She liked to hurt them.
And they were...
Fine. And I mean a couple of the others that were with me. They pissed her off.
I appreciate your time, Brynn. Ally will go sit back down.
You're asking about what they do. They study people. That's how they do things.
Is there a piece of paper and a pen around? Okay. Ally's going to grab a piece of paper, pen, sketch out the symbol for the one, specifically regarding the prison and the control and the access of it. And then she'll hold it up. Do you remember seeing anything like this?
Yeah, kind of. They were making a deal. There was some chick in a coffin.
Oh! Allie is going to clench her hand in a bit of a memory of pain about that.
Yeah. Yeah, there was some chick in a coffin, and the woman was talking to Bishop, and they were trying to make a deal about it.
And the deal was regarding finding out more information about this, correct?
Something about I'll give you what I have if you give me what you have, and that they could do whatever they wanted to her. I don't know who she was.
Alright. Yes, Commander. Right back. Yes, Commander. Yeah, Commander this.
But I guess they came to some sort of agreement because they threw a bunch of papers in with her, and then I think they put her in a shipping container. It's hard to remember.
Okay, refresher for my own memory. It was Ronnie's sister, correct?
It was Ronnie.
It was Ronnie
Veronica,
herself. Thank you.
the Malkavian Primogen.
Yep.
Yeah.
Thank you. Sorry, I thought it was... Oh, that's right. Her sister was the one that interacted with Kay. That was the one that was going a little... Very, very out of scale. Very out of sync. Okay, so it was Ronnie. The Ronnie was the one that was missing. Yep. Okay. Very well, then. So... Well...
And with it, yes, some sort of arrangement. I mean, I wasn't there for it, but got to hear about it. Came back.
I retrieved the woman out of the coffin that you mentioned.
Oh, so you bought her then?
No. We interrupted their exchange.
Oh, I bet they're pissed. I mean, that's a good thing, though, I think.
Myself and a coterie mate, based on some information, tracked down the delivery vehicle that contained this coffin. We essentially rescued them.
Okay.
So, they didn't receive what they intended to get. So something else that they're mad about. What was it that they... Do you remember any details about what they gave in exchange for the person that was in the coffin?
Not really. It was an exchange for an exchange, so I'm guessing somebody else. I don't know.
I see.
I mean, there was some dude that showed up for a while, but he was like full on. It's torpor, right? State when you're all. Yeah. But he went to the pit, so you know, sucks to be him. Literally.
Thank you.
Any further questions for Miss Brynn before she leaves us for the evening?
I'm good.
I do have...
What did you say your name was?
Oh.
Me?
Yeah.
My name?
Mhm.
I do believe I didn't say my name.
Yeah, that's why I'm making
Dr.
this an
Moon
awkward
introduced me.
conversation.
Oh, we're being
so that you
awkward right
feel
now?
That you need to answer. I mean, you don't have to, except for the fact that, you know, candid.
Mm-hmm. Indigo. Nice to meet you.
I mean, given the circumstances, it kind of sucks, but, you know.
circumstances indeed. Brynn. I will join you later. I have a
Check
bit of
that she didn't
business.
sneak out of bed again. So.
Yes, you should do your rounds. Head nurse.
Of course. My fancy degree that I printed off the internet. Yeah. Bryn kind of leans forward, then realizes that there's people, and leaves the room.
As they leave, as Bryn leaves, one last question. I don't know. Do you recall anyone or yourself overhearing anything about activity of a Mithras cult in the city?
The fuck is Mithras?
Question answered then. Thank you.
Oh,
Soon as-
alright.
As soon as Bryn shuts the door,
Yeah.
Alistair will look over to Ally. What do you claim to know of Mithras?
The only thing that I claim to know is that there are apparently some members, or seeking members, somewhere in the city. A coterie mate of mine happened upon a piece of information regarding this, shared it with us. Unfortunately, he didn't get a whole lot of our details either.
Do you know who Mithras is?
I do, on a very surface level. I kind of haven't been over in that area for a long time.
Been a while for me as well. Did both of you have your questions answered to your satisfaction?
Yes.
Pretty much, yeah.
Very good. Piece of information on this cult of Mithras. What is it?
To the best of my recollection, the former sheriff of the city, before they left, shared with my coterie mate that they had information and understanding that there was activity and meetings taking place, I assume. Some individuals gathered together, performing whatever ceremonies that they do. I don't claim to know.
A religious cult to a Methuselah. Is that what you're trying to tell me right now?
To the very best of my understanding, yes. In the midst of everything else that's been going on in the city, it unfortunately has fallen by the wayside in terms of follow-up. I've simply not had the time.
Worship of Methuselah. Curious. I, for one, am very familiar with Mithras, though not as an ally. In the nature of this room, I think it is fair to, while our gangrel friends aren't present, I think it's fair that this is a point to be candid upon. It's no surprise that Samis of my age has history with the Sabbat. believe that I am in complete understanding of two things when it comes to the Sabbat situation of this city. The first of which being, and I'm sure we all had come to this conclusion already, this bishop is a clanmate of mine. Probably approximately my match in age and strength, though more skilled in blood sorcery than I could begin to muster. Second, which I am not so sure upon, which gives me even greater pause to act, is that I do believe somewhere in my memories it's more than likely that I know this person personally. This Bishop moniker is just a new development. I served as the Sabbat Bishop of London for a little less than a year. Very likely that, given the age and expertise of this bishop, they likely spent time in the same area, honing their skills in battle.
Would you happen to have anything that would be of use in helping to identify or otherwise discover more about them?
Other than the brief moment I had of conversing with them directly through one of their sigils. No.
I see.
What I have also begun to ascertain is that I believe I know what this dragon hoards. You see, this is the proclivity of my clan, is that we find things that fulfill us and we stockpile them until we've drowned ourselves in. And I believe this bishop has a knack for adopting packs. Hoard them, they are defensive of them. And targeting the packs is the way to get the dragon to expose itself. Admittedly, I've failed to act in a way that would draw out another dragon. If we wish to draw out Bishop, we must capture what it owns. We must make sure it knows that we have captured what it owns. Again, in the spirit of this room, I have no desire to hold anyone against their will, Sabbat, Camarilla, Anarch, independent or otherwise. But if that is the way we stop the bloodshed of innocence that keeps occurring, then that is how it must be.
Understood.
Allie, you remember the things that Rhoda said when she was still infiltrating for you, dropping messages off. And Alistair's right. Worries. There is a knock at the door.
So we'll get up and move to the door.
It's Brynn again.
Yes, my dear.
She has a piece of paper in her hand and just kind of hands it out.
I'll open it.
It's a picture of an arm. And there's 3 scratches wrapped around it. It stays there, I think.
It.
And Indigo is asking about things that make them stand out.
Oh. This is
I don't know what caused it. All I know is that when Rhoda asked about it that one time, they pulled off her arm.
This is Bishop's scar. And it cannot be removed by vicissitude.
No. It pops back up.
So there's a scar. Okay.
Goes from
Alistair will
the top
walk
of
over
the
and hand the
goes around.
photo to Indigo.
Oh, thank you.
I do believe that would aid in your endeavor.
Absolutely. Thank you.
As your mic, I couldn't hear that last part.
You are welcome.
Ah, gotcha. And
Alistair will just kind of reach out and press their forehead to Brynn's for a second. Go. Rest.
Just gonna. I'm gonna go for a walk, not off the property.
Inside the house, please.
Inside the house. I'm gonna take a walk inside the house. We'll see you later.
Yes, you will.
Good.
Alistair will shut the door.
so what was it you were mentioning about Rhoda that I missed?
So, when Rhoda asked about it once, the response to that was Rhoda getting her arm ripped off.
With regards to
The scar.
the scar. Gotcha. Okay. And I remember Rhoda sharing that story, if I recall correctly. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Don't know why, but Rhoda was like, yeah, I don't ask them anything because they ripped my fucking arm off once.
Yep.
And Allie went, ah, okay.
Fair enough.
Didn't Rhoda also tell Indigo that as well?
Uh-huh. What's in the
Mhm.
box? There's another arm. Hey, at least they grow back, right?
No.
Also, Brynn absolutely thinks Rhoda's dead.
Just so that
Okay.
you both are aware, I don't know how intimate you are with the finite details of the legacy of the Simis. For a scar to be applied which cannot be removed with vicissitude takes great supernatural strength from the aggressor. I've reconstructed entire bodies, reknit nervous systems that had been fried to their very basest of synapses. For a scar to exist which cannot be removed with vicissitude. That is an old magic.
I
Didn't
Can
hear
you hear me?
anything. Didn't hear anything you said. You went super slow.
Can you hear,
Yeah.
can you hear me now?
Yes. So-
I didn't catch that last part.
Okay. Alistair had mentioned about it takes a great amount of power to have a scar that they can't remove.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Someone would have had to do it on purpose,
okay.
or something went very, very wrong.
So going back, you mentioned something that intrigued me. That Bishop has this knack for collecting packs, and she enjoys this collection and ownership of these individuals. And if you were to snatch one of them from you, it would be a way to draw her out, or them out.
And I believed for it truly to be effective, we would need to subdue an entire pack. No missing pieces, no killing. The set must remain the genuine article, just as Bishop left them.
Question for the storyteller.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Ally still knows how to access the prison, correct?
You do. You also know it's overrun with werewolves right now, but you do.
Cool. So the first thing she needs to do is take care of the werewolves. And then once we have a clean cell, we can have a pack inside. Okay.
You also have an entire storage facility where you can store them. You also fixed the prison, so it doesn't lock anymore.
But we have the ability to lock it, do we not?
You do? Do you remember everything that entails? Are we sacrificing more people again? Are we doing that? Okay.
Maybe.
All right.
Maybe.
Okay.
We'll see.
All right.
Anyway, all right. So we
Okay.
have-
You also know that, you have two very good candidates to wave in front of Bishop's face.
yeah. Oh boy.
Also, in all fair effect, I do believe the taunt would work best coming from you, Miss Whitmore. Seems you have damaged the bishop's pride enough already. And while it could be seen as a gentlemanly challenge, if I were to take one of Bishop's packs, I will be very frank again in the spirit of this room. This war with Bishop is not worth the safety of my children. And that is very quickly what it would become. Bishop and I were to match wits openly.
Absolutely. Well, I think then, for the sake of this place and everyone in it, it's obviously not your position or place to do anything with respect to that. So I will be more than happy to taunt them. But then we just have to have a solid plan of being able to lure them. And I know we can come up with one. We have resources for that. Is there... the other facility that you mentioned as... That's not the one that's located out by the island, is it?
Which facility for what thing?
Holding. No, because there's
No.
the prison. There's...
That's where you held Grit,
Mm,
if you remember right.
yeah.
The
Oh,
one
this
that still had the mark.
the storage facility that Merrick dropped by at, yes. Okay.
It's the Anarch timeout cells.
Mhm. Okay.
Which Indigo knows are paid for by the Camarilla.
Lovely.
Yeah.
So, alright then. I think what we can do is... Well, first we have to be able to get to a point where we can draw Bishop out, getting their attention. To do that, Indigo needs to be able to calculate their movements, find out what's happening, match what she's seeing against the data that she has. Could possibly work. Alright then. Where do we go from here?
I believe that perhaps our best hope of making this plan proceed effectively is making sure that we're all of the same mind. We still have to speak with Magnus and his granddaughter. Did I catch that?
I believe you did, yes.
Ha ha.
Because if it becomes open warfare with Bishop, I'm no slouch by any means, but 2 elder gangrel would be a preferable advantage.
A fair point. And yes, they should definitely be included in our planning and preparations. Let us then... Gosh. We'll need to catch up with them because they had to leave abruptly. Unfortunately. But thankfully, Ally will just shake her messenger bag a little bit. Hear the little jingle of the keys inside.
Okay.
We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. For now, do you have anything specific that you need to take care of, Dr. Alistair, tonight?
children are pretty in bed. The last consultation that I needed to complete for the day I finished before I arrived at your office. There is one more order of business which requires this particular room.
Yes.
How much are each of you willing to give to complete this mission, to do what you've been tasked to do? How much are you willing to sacrifice?
I can say for myself, I'm willing to sacrifice much. Very much. I've made a home here.
While you're having this conversation, Indigo, your phone does go off. You get a text to your phone. It is from Tasha.
Look at it. What does it say?
Cullum said things were kind of rough. Are you okay? No worries. Is there anything you need?
I'll talk to you about later, but it can wait.
Okay. I just wanted to check in. I should be free within 2 hours.
Cool. Where can I meet you in 2 hours?
Where you at now?
With Dr. Moon.
Oh. Then, let me check something. And I'll
Okie dokie.
get back to you.
All right.
What is it you need? Is this a... It seems to be like a stream of thought conversation. Just like,
Mm-hmm.
what do you need? Wait, is this a in-person kind of conversation? We can probably wait.
It's in person.
Okay.
See you in 2 hours.
See you then. So. Unfortunately, Ally, you also get a message.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, because I'm gonna see if you try and text back.
Oh. Okay.
It's from Jake saying he's got your shift covered.
I tried to just press the single letter K.
Roll me your intelligence and tech. Roll it. Let's see if you send the gift.
Watching this. Did she see this?
Yes, it's painful.
No successes.
None? Did you get a bestial failure?
No. I only have... Oh, no, wait, I forgot to... Oh, no, I only have a single dot. I only have a single die to roll.
You go to hit K, this menu pops up, and you try and hit back. It sends 3 gifts in a row. One is this blue fish that you don't know where it came from, that's just like, towards the screen. The other one is a dude going, "What's up, dog?" And the third gift that sends through is just a cup of coffee just being poured onto the sidewalk.
Having
Your
some
phone-
trouble there?
Oh, such a waste of coffee. Anyway, so...
What are you talking about?
Starts to ring. Ally.
Oh, just a moment, Indigo. Hello? Oh, so you got my message.
All of, yeah, I did get all of them, Ally. Like, I got every single one. You want to explain to me what they mean? Just,
Okay. And thank you. I mean, I suppose there could be some sort of philosophical interpretation, but I don't think it's really that.
that you're trying to find Nemo right now? Is that why you didn't show up for work? Like, I know you said you were probably going to be busy tonight, but...
Absolutely. I'm busy. I have a sea of responsibilities.
Your responsibilities.
Mm-hmm.
Cat, you don't drink coffee.
No, hence why I would be pouring it out. But it'd also be that perhaps, I am running out of time.
Running out of time. And you're at peace with that? That's that, because those gifts should have been reversed, so...
Oh.
Yeah.
Ah, you're right. They
Sure.
got sent out of order.
You totally didn't mean to send any of them, did you?
No, I did not. I'm so sorry.
See you later.
But thank you.
Video returns. Yeah. Alright.
Yes.
You should also probably call Milo at some point.
Plan to.
He's looking for you at work, so
Will do.
it'd be cool if he would stop popping in. So. Anyway, I will talk to you later. Bye. Hangs up the phone.
Good gracious. Gosh. I went to go and select that button only. How did it send all three of those?
As she's picking up the phone, Instagram randomly pulls up. It starts randomly scrolling.
Can I see that real fast there, Allie? Indigo will take it. And try to figure out what the fuck she did that it's doing this.
I know what your pool is. It's user error.
It's you. Oh, God.
Did you sort it
So
I'll
out?
just turn it back.
The keyboard is now switched to Spanish.
I'll switch it back.
Perfect.
There you go.
Thank you.
No problem.
Oh.
Okay. So, are we waiting for Avery or?
No, Indigo's leaving before she has to answer Alistair's question. Do I got shit to do.
You're still in the same room. You need to answer.
Nope. No, she's gonna start walking out.
Just like,
And
I'm
out you
just
go.
casually gonna stand up and do.
Would you look at the time? It's getting
I'm at the
early,
door.
guys. You
I'm
gotta
at-
go.
I'm at the door. Where are you going, Indigo? I mean, I would like to get
Out
a ride
of
on
this
your...
room, down the hall, and to my motorcycle.
Very well then.
So,
I suppose that I will like to ask for a ride on your motorcycle, if that's okay. I think Dr. Alistair
I
is
mean,
going to be...
absolutely, cutie.
I think Dr. Alistair is going to be occupied for a little bit.
yeah.
Yeah,
phone
his
rings in
phone
the
rang?
office. Yeah, the phone rings in the office, and Dr. Moon needs to take the call.
But Ally will mention to Dr. Alistair before they leave that they mean what they say. There's a lot that they will sacrifice because this is their home.
Yeah. So you answered, the phone rang, and Indigo took the opportunity to leave. However, Indigo, as you're leaving,
Yes.
all of a sudden, Brynn is in front of you.
One of us or her?
Hi.
in front of Indigo.
Oh, in front of
Ally is still answering the question.
Ah, okay.
Hello.
Hey,
What's up?
so you want to know things about them? Why? Just curious why. Something
Well,
else
if you
happened?
let me just kind of slide on past here real quick.
Ooh, no, no. See, you can't do that because I don't
She's gonna
want
make the
to.
sound of a door opening with a very minor chemistry in the hallway. Just the bang of a door,
Just
real fast.
And the pitter
She would
patter
slip
of little
past.
feet. And the
She
pitter
would
patter
slip
of
past, yep.
little feet.
do her job.
Oh.
It's Brynn. Follow up with Indigo. With that fun merge. It's about the children. Never mind. Okay, perfect. Yeah.
Just gonna slide on. Once she goes,
We're gonna talk later.
we will. Yep. And then Indigo's gonna leave the room.
And Brynn goes to try and find which child snuck out of a room for the next 10
Indigo.
minutes.
It's
it's
like
gonna be
take
like-
it off.
Yeah. So,
Ellie will grab her coat.
what do you do?
Yeah,
Notice
Indigo
that
will grab her
Indigo-
shit on the way out too. Yeah.
Ellie grabs her coat, and goes and checks and sees that Indigo's no longer there.
Yeah.
She must be heading to her
Indigo has-
motorcycle.
If Allie said she was gonna come, Indigo will wait by the
Hear
motorcycle.
the motorcycle running.
She'll wait by it for Allie because Allie said, but she's only gonna wait and if she sees Brynn, she's taking off. But she'll wait. For Allie.
No, Brynn rolled well enough to be like, nope, nope. Children, number one priority. Okay, let's go see who snuck out, and is going to go through each individual room to make sure that whoever snuck out goes back to bed. She's going to be so pissed if she ever figures out what you did.
Nope. Nope.
And then we're gonna teach her how to do it. Fledgling squad.
Woo.
Ellie will
So-
walk out to wherever the motorcycle's parked.
It's
You see
a
Indigo
little ways
waiting there.
down. Yeah, Indigo's on the bike, like looking and making sure.
Woke up all the children again.
Yeah.
She'll grab the
See
extra.
Timothy just.
She'll grab the extra helmet and pull over.
She'll look over at him.
And where do you go?
Indigo did not have a destination in mind. She was just
away.
like, well,
Just away.
time to go.
What are you
So,
willing to
they're
sacrifice?
like, a little bit of my
Allie's-
time and some mild inconvenience.
Allie's going
Where
to...
would you like to go, Allie?
I think we should probably go someplace rather discreet, because you and I need to have
Yeah, okay.
we have something that we need to talk about.
All right.
By the house, and you're right by Tasha and Yu's diner. You know that the diner is one of those diners where if you pay the staff, they never saw you.
Okay. That's fine.
We're probably gonna need to take a quick break here for a
Okay.
second,
All right.
and then we can get to the conversation at the diner.
Sounds good.
So
Sounds
we will
good.
be back momentarily.
All right. Catch you in a few.
Peace. Much like, the gift Ally sent.
Okay, and we are back. Thank you for...
Thank you for allowing us a brief intermission. We have local fireworks going off, and our mascot is very upset about it.
Mm-hmm.
So, but he is all good now. So we left off with Ally and Indigo stopping by. Oh, what did we call it? Violets.
Violets? Okay.
Right off Bellevue, yeah.
Okay.
Where you have a private section that Tasha reserves.
Okay. So, there's, in this instance, some palms do need to be greased.
Or you could just drop Tasha's name. Either one, yeah.
Okay.
You do in fact have Tasha as a contact. You guys put in the effort.
Mm-hmm.
So.
In that case, when Ally comes up to this place with Indigo, she'll be like, yes, we'd like to have accommodations
Name?
in Tasha's room.
Right this way, miss.
Thank you.
Is there anything I can get you? Or...
I'm perfectly fine. Indigo?
I'm good, but thank you.
just ring if you need anything.
Of course.
He gives you a slight nod, closes the door to the tea room. Heads out.
Okay. Well, that was an interesting visit.
Sure was.
So what's your thoughts on this Brynn person?
My thoughts on her are... She's clearly holding a grudge against you. Seems like she doesn't really want to understand your side of that story. That she wants to be mad about it. I get that she's probably hurt. They were probably friends of hers from what I gathered of the conversation, but at the same time, if she is rehabilitating with Dr. Moon, she must have some understanding that what they were doing was wrong. So...
Mm-hmm. I don't entirely know if I think that probably due to my presence there was perhaps some reluctance to fully disclose everything. But at the same time, there's a possibility through various conditioning and various mechanizations of the Sabbat that she honestly doesn't remember.
Ally, you remember what happened when you tried to interrogate Grit?
Mm-hmm. That's exactly why she's saying what she's saying, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And she'll recall that story for Indigo. I had a run-in with a recruiter of the Sabbat. Her name was Grit, which was very appropriate. She was a rather coarse individual.
One way of putting she's a bitch.
Well, she got very mad at me one evening. We talked it out.
Can't imagine why.
The end of the conversation being that she was taken to a storage facility with a stake in her chest.
There's some key points missing.
I know.
But okay, yeah.
I know.
Let her tell me the story.
With a stake in her heart. And I called upon my coterie mates at the time to go and interrogate her. We got a little bit of information out of there, but it was clear she was under some form of compulsion and or method by which she was prevented from telling us everything, or everything that she at least knew or understood. It was very painful for her. She met an end. Actually, not by my hand, surprisingly enough. But
You know, I don't know you well enough to make the assumption that you kill a lot of people, but it's good to know that
right?
that's a surprising fact about you.
It's quite frankly kind of rude, to be honest.
What I said, or that people would assume that about you?
I mean, do you assume so much about me?
No, I actually, you said surprisingly enough, and I didn't know I should be surprised by the fact that it wasn't at your hand. You see what I mean? Like, this shouldn't be
Understand
a surprising fact, Allie. I'm just saying.
But
You look sweet enough.
well, thank you. The situation, however, is probably similar with Brynn. So, to actually try and extract a piece of information that she actually may know would prove to be very painful, if not deadly. So, I'm kind of gonna have to take it for what it is. But how confident do you feel about being able to calculate or otherwise determine a pattern for this bishop, this individual?
It entirely depends. Depends on who they attempt to be. It depends on if they are some unknown. It'd be a lot harder. They'd have to slip up. They'd have to show this magical scar, or they'd have to get angry enough to flash their eyes, as both Rhoda and Brynn said they want to do. It's more of, if they slip up and attempt to portray a known individual, it'll be easier to find, because someone can't be in two places at once, and I have eyes all over the city.
Mm-hmm. I had half a thought to ask Dr. Alistair if there was a way that I could be shaped into someone that Bishop knew.
That seems like a really dangerous idea.
That's what Cullum
And I'll
says
explain
all the
why,
time.
Allie.
That's what Cullum says all the time. Anyway, go ahead.
Well, let me explain why. This person that they know, you have to know intimately enough to be able to portray every single detail of every single question you are asked, and one little mistake could easily blow your cover. You have to know that person inside and out. You have to know how they would answer questions, the way they would answer questions. You speak in a way, Allie, that is very proper. I do not. You, to portray me, would have to adopt the shit that I say on the regular. You'd have to adopt that kind of attitude. You'd have to make the same gestures, the same faces. You'd have to know to do that. Do you think you could do that with me right now? To become a new person is to rewrite your whole identity to become a known person is to figure out what theirs is and adopt it.
understand what you're saying. But the purposes that I'm thinking of looking and assuming someone else's guise would be for the purposes of drawing them out. Infiltration would be far too dangerous, exactly, as you're meaning. To go under such depths of cover would be... it would not work. But if I could temporarily portray something or someone, and you put them, the one who I am portraying, in a difficult situation or a dangerous situation, show that danger, perhaps they could then draw them out. It's just a thought.
It would have to be somebody that you knew for damn sure would draw them out, though. It would have to be someone that you were not just risking everything, hoping it was someone they would be drawn out for. You would have to know that detail about them. Do you know that detail about them? Alistair said it would have to be a whole pack, not just one individual.
Mm-hmm.
Unless that individual is someone so special to them.
If there was... right. I believe the only individuals that we have is Dr. Alistair himself, Rota, Brynn. Those are possibly individuals that Bishop has a connection to, but I don't know what they understand regarding their status at the moment.
That, or it would have to be something they desperately wanted. Maybe not a person, but a thing.
Mm-hmm. Because as a person, Indigo, let's be frank, I just have to walk around the city going, come, I'm right here. Let's go at it.
Seems like a pretty terrible idea.
Oh, absolutely. I'm just joking.
I'm
What do you
not.
think I'm going to wander around the city and go, come on out? Come on, you little cunt. Let's go at it. Of course you wouldn't.
Ooh. Now, I'm not going to assume anything about you.
Fair enough. But the other thing that I wanted to mention, besides this dilemma of how to deal with Bishop, is something a little bit more personal to you.
Mm-hmm. And what would that be?
Or do you recall the conversation we had by the video store?
Yep, I recall that conversation.
Did you have any plans for that? Any steps that you sought to take?
Not yet. With the current predicament of the city and all of that, it's been a little bit hard to think about anything else at the moment, but
Well, when the time is ready, then perhaps we can follow up on it.
yeah. Which part, though? Because I think I need to find somebody that can help with the memory issue first.
a dark fuzziness that was present inside you.
Uh-huh. I don't know what that means.
That's what I saw. There was something obscure.
Yeah. How do you fix that?
That's what I think we can investigate. Or at least point you into the direction of some resources to investigate.
Yeah. If you can point me in the direction of some resources. I can look at those.
Real quickly, what was the name of the guy that took the changeling?
Joseph.
Joseph, thank you.
Stupid Tremere.
There's an individual you could first speak with. He's very learned in the blood sorcery arts. His name is Joseph.
Okay.
I have a way to contact him, and I could set up something, arrange conversation if you'd like. We've done business with him before.
That pleasant look on your face tells me it was thoroughly enjoyable.
I'm sorry you weren't here.
What's it gonna cost?
What's it going to cost?
Yeah. What would it cost?
Joseph, let's see. Joseph's typically of the type that enjoys experimenting on things. So he might have you assist.
I'm comfy.
He may have you assist with perhaps a ritual.
Uh-huh. Which sounds just so delightful.
Indigo, you have alarm bells going all the way off in every part of your brain. You met a Tremere
Like,
once.
okay.
You already owe one.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I do. Several. It's several things.
Yeah.
The one premiere. It's not at all a problem.
Either that or the other person you could speak with is Hope. She's also very learned in the blood sorcery arts.
Not immediately panic. Uh-huh.
In fact, one of our coterie mates did some tutelage under her.
Oh, lovely. Does Indigo know Hope at this point?
Nope.
Okay.
I'm just gonna keep naming them off. You got
Always Mr. Jameson West. That's where you've gone for most things that involve the domination of a mind.
Anyways, those are some options should you choose to want to follow up with them.
How badly do you think a conversation would hurt? Because, like, that's mostly what I'm concerned about. Like, I'm okay with a conversation, but I don't want to commit to anything right now, you know what I mean?
I would personally say, based on my own experience, that Hope would probably be a better option between the two if you just want to hold a conversation. Joseph can be, shall we say, what's the word I'm looking for?
An asshole?
Intense.
Uptight.
Yes.
Intense meaning, okay, you say it in a bad way. So that's
Particular.
intense, like how? Like doesn't take no for an answer intense, or like...
Well, in all honesty, they're both Chimere. Chimere can be a little quirky sometimes. That's what I mean.
Okay.
They have an intensity about them, but they also... I can vouch for Joseph to a degree. They helped with us before when we dealt with Rota a long time ago.
So if you think...
Which
Okay.
is true.
Yeah?
But however, I would have a conversation with Hope personally.
Can you contact Hope?
Of course.
All right.
Right now?
Let's have a conversation. There's no time like the present, right? We're not getting any younger.
Not getting any older either.
Not physically in appearance, but
True. And may I dare say you have a very wonderful appearance to carry you through the ages.
oh well, aren't you just the sweetest thing? So do you.
Well, thank you. Dial. Lots of throat clearing to have this conversation.
Who is this?
Hello, Hope. This is Ally.
Ellie, I don't have time for this right now. What do you need?
I will make this very short. I have an individual who'd like to speak with you at your earliest convenience regarding a personal issue that they have. And it would require one of your talents to possibly be able to discern what is the matter.
What name did you give Mara?
Indigo.
Perfect. I'm a little busy at the moment, Ellie. I'm trying to find somebody. Hasn't gone well, so.
They would very much appreciate it. They really would. Isn't that right, Indigo?
What?
Yes.
Oh. Have you already met this woman?
What'd she look like?
A shock of purple hair set against a black. A ragged shirt says "Bite Me" on it. They're of taller
Where are you?
stature than I'm at Tasha's. Not Tasha's, but the tea room in Tasha's name. You don't know of that place. Very well. The address is... She'll rattle it off.
Don't leave.
Apparently Hope is on her way. Well, that was
Okay.
better news than I anticipated. She sounded rather abrupt. As soon as your name...
Yeah, she asked you to describe me, so like I'm a little confused as to what my appearance had to do with any of this.
I'm honestly quite as baffled as you are, because one would think that if they knew your name, they would know what you look like.
Look. Ooh.
Now, of course, that's... If that's
I'm
who
not-
you've looked like is how you always looked, so I understand that.
What I'm about to tell you, you don't tell anybody else. Okay?
I'm very...
Indigo. Not the name I always give to everybody. So,
There's lots of aliases we've used over the years.
so it's somebody that I've told my actual name to, apparently. No, I immediately... It was only within... Well, she told me not. We discussed this. My hair was not this color. I don't dye this every night.
Oh,
Oh, yeah. I can I can show you what it used to look like. Yep.
please.
And then she'll chemistry her hair to blonde.
Lee, roll me. Roll me intelligence and history. You've been in the city long enough.
Academics, history.
Nope.
Oh, there's a history on the sheet.
Oh fuck! Isn't there a history? No.
It closest thing would probably be if it's something she's read. It could be wits and academics or
Investigation. It's not history. It's
Oh,
investigation.
there we go. It's investigation.
Investigation.
investigation. Okay, I don't even need that. Wits or intelligence.
And I'll let you have wits.
Okay.
Allie's been in the city for a long time.
3 successes.
You covered a lot of it up, if I remember right. Right? After you got you, Indigo. You covered a lot of the newer stuff up.
The
Right?
newer stuff being what?
All the information on people trying to find you.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. She looks a little familiar. Like she could be someone you've seen before, but
Ally will definitely give you a "you seem very familiar" look. How
The
long?
hair will fade back.
How long have you been in the city? Your whole
My
life.
whole life.
Interesting. Can't quite. You seem very familiar, but I can't place you offhand. Trust me, I would have.
That's usually the idea.
Indeed. But that's okay. I would have made a terrible hobby.
Tasha already knows. I showed her. She didn't recognize me either. If she did, she didn't say anything about it. So.
That's probably for the best anyway. I understand that you want to keep yourself at a very, how is it you say, low key?
Yeah.
Don't
Low
want
key.
anyone to find out the deets.
But I did go and get this done.
On a more permanent basis. Gotcha.
Yeah. A Tremere. I gave her my name as I felt it was better since she was already assisting me, even though I knew I was going to owe her.
I mean, just in case something went wrong with it. Always better to be in contact. As you all are having this conversation, you hear ma'am, that room is you can't just walk, and the doors fly open.
Ally will
Allie,
motion to the woman, basically like it's okay. She's expected. I should have gone out and told them, but I got busy.
you've seen Hope before, Allie.
Mm-hmm.
She's normally put together, hair pulled back. I mean, she's a business owner, after all,
Mm-hmm.
and an academic. Her hair is cascading around her shoulders. She looks inhuman.
Ally will get up and close the door to the tea room behind us.
And she is looking at Indigo. You're difficult to track down.
I wasn't aware someone was looking for me.
Indigo, did you get cleaned up after your little scrapes and such incident?
Which incident?
You popped out. No.
I didn't crash through it. I opened it. I opened the window up and climbed out of it. Everyone was staring. It was awkward, but I didn't want to get hurt.
That's
So I
true.
went,
Okay, never mind. That's
anyone could have stopped me. It was not stealthy. It was not
hop out the window.
coordinated.
So, everything's gonna be fine. She walks up and she grabs your hand
Hi.
and
Hope, what is going on here?
you owe a debt. And I'm calling it in.
I don't recall meeting you.
I've never met
Before?
you.
Okay.
Hope, what is going on here?
Who's dead?
Mara.
Indigo looks upset. What do you need?
If I give you a name and a location, can you tell me what happened? I want names, I want faces, I want their whole fucking family tree.
I can do that.
Hey,
Go pull out one of her notebooks.
She starts writing out the location. She starts sketching out a map. Someone was killed, and I want to know who did it and how they found him. And I will consider your debt cleared.
All right.
His name was Roger Shelby. And I want to know who killed my husband.
Consider it done.
Good. Ellie.
Miss Hope.
How's your camera?
Just fine.
Any changes?
Not that I've noticed, no.
Good. Good. At least some things stay the same. You can reach me at this number. She jots it down. I have a few more things to call in. Let me know when it's done.
Mm-hmm.
She leaves. The woman who runs Violet's is just, I am so sorry. I tried to stop her, but she just...
Oh, don't worry. Don't worry at all. Activates R. Don't worry at all. It's all right.
Is there anything I can get you?
Actually, if you have a little something of a sanguineous nature, that would be perfect.
I will bring in a bottle.
Thank you so much.
Takes a few moments, honestly, and a bottle is brought out. Two very nice wine glasses. And they're set before you. They close the door. It's fresh, it's still warm.
Not that hungry, but I felt a drink was in order.
That was weird. That was very weird. Didn't really solve the issue I was having before. Cropped up a whole new set of issues.
Yes, unfortunately, the
Should we
issue...
call Joseph? Or just no. I don't think I've talked to anyone else that I owe favors to. I think that was it. Boy, I hope to God it is, because that was I'm mildly confused right now.
In all honesty, we've been very, very helpful with Joseph. We've supplied him with materials with which he can conduct his investigations. I could go and ask on your behalf for some help.
You know, you don't have to do that. If you, this is my problem.
I'm also somewhat curious because we left the tree person with him.
I beg your pardon?
The tree person. Oh, we found an individual that was in a tree. We extracted them out. They were kind of greenish, lots of leaves. It was very interesting. They almost reminded me of like from the old fairy tale books. You know those little forest sprites?
The green men?
Around? Yes, exactly. It was very interesting. Oh, that's a whole story in and of itself. That involved the Emerald City Supernaturalist as well. They were... Oh, they're a lovely group. You should meet them sometime. They're a bunch of supernatural investigators.
Oh, isn't that lovely for them? And what exactly supernatural do they think they're investigating?
They go after all sorts of things. The most interesting is some of their ghostly endeavors.
Okay.
As far as us, like, finding out about us, no. In fact, that's
okay. Well, I'd be interested in talking to them about ghosts.
Sure.
I love ghost stories.
Yeah. Well, that's exactly why I keep tabs on them, so they don't accidentally happen upon kindred activities.
Absolutely genius, Allie.
Steer them away from it, because it's quite dangerous, of course.
Of course. I mean, it's a good idea. You're smart. Thinking ahead. My night got weird.
But you...
So what is this camera that Hope was mentioning? The one that you took a picture of my bird with? What's up with that?
Absolutely. Actually, thank you for bringing that up, because it's rather strange, actually. Hold on. She'll reach into her messenger bag.
Okay.
Be quiet. So... Shh.
Why are you shushing your bag?
Pops up.
Is that a rat?
Yes. Well, I mean, it looks like a rat, doesn't it?
See.
It's Tibs.
I don't know. Does he prefer rat or mouse or maybe cat or dog? I'm not going to assume.
You say mouse, he looks offended. He gets out of the bag on the table and he starts chittering all up in your face.
Hey, I was asking what you prefer. So I'm trying to be polite here. Wasn't calling you a mouse, was asking if you wanted to be. I see that as a hard no. Understood. Hard line, got it.
Allie pulls out from her messenger bag the speak and spell. Places it in front of Tibbs. Oh, Tibbs,
R-A-T.
You got it.
T-I-B-S.
Tibs. Nice to meet you.
Is something wrong, Mr. Tibbs?
No. You. Okay. He looks at the both of you.
It's been an
And he
interesting
puts
night.
his paw over his collar.
Oh. That's fancy. Does it explode?
I should hope not. I should really.
I don't know what it is.
Straightens it up. Looks all dignified.
It's like a little bow tie, only high tech.
Very much so. He's extremely proud of it, and for good reason. He looks very distinguished with it.
I mean, he pretty much just looks distinguished. Have you looked at him?
Absolutely.
He starts chittering animatedly, gesturing at Indigo. He gets into the bag, pulls something out, hands it to you.
What is it?
It's a package of cookies.
Oh!
Grandma's?
This is
No,
lovely.
because that's copyright.
Right. This is Nana's cookies.
Man.
Cookies. No relation.
No relation at all. Don't sue us.
Well, thank you very much.
I can find. Oh, hold on. Hostess.
She opens the door, sees the rat on the table, just like,
Shh, shh, shh.
I am.
Shh, shh. Oh, it's okay. He's with
understood.
he's with me. Do you have something that you could? Oh, you know what you would probably like. You'd like a donut, wouldn't you? I will. Blaze.
Nods. He chitters, and you see him make motions.
Gotcha.
We have beignets here, and I do have a chocolate croissant that we can provide.
Ooh. I think a beignet with some extra powder sprinkled across the top.
Right. I will be right back.
Thank you.
She's got that look of just like, I hope none of the other clients come in. I hope.
Allie will pull out the picture of your bird.
Oh, my bird. Take that. What does it look like?
Well, as you had, said it so that when you look at Cromwell, your bird
Mm-hmm.
is a bird. In that picture, you see this almost technicolor swirl around him that takes on that bird shape, but you see his actual form. And in the background, the wires, you see that electric current going through, and you can see the wards in the background that you have placed in your home. This is a dangerous
Ha!
picture.
Well, isn't this fancy?
It
Did
is.
anybody ever
Uh-huh.
explain that the picture you showed of the Sabbat at the mall was a La Sombra? Did anybody?
Yeah,
Yes.
Okay, all
Yeah,
right.
we did that.
I'm making sure.
Yeah.
All right.
Mhm, yep. That was explained.
Okay.
So, your camera does what exactly?
the best way that I've heard it explained is that I have possession of a supernatural ability to see beyond sight, normal sight,
Yeah.
to distinguish things that aren't necessarily there. And
Yeah.
from the best of my understanding, my camera is able to duplicate that.
Well, that.
Hasn't
Very
always done that. Hasn't always done that. It's only been able to take pictures like this. When I took a trip to the underground.
Oh. How very interesting.
Yes. So we went to the underground and my gosh. Oh my gosh. That's where we met all the colours. We saw everything. And there was a gentleman that Kay shot right in the face. And they still survived.
And they're like,
Oh my gosh, and that's when they sent the tunnel creature after us. It scared us very much. But then we went back and found out it was just a
Pretty
little thing.
sure that your rat
Oh, sorry.
is upset.
Sorry. I'm so sorry, Tibs. Yes.
you see him tap the collar just once.
Very sorry. I got a little bit.
Well, that is a-
myself.
lovely picture you have there.
Are you all right, Tibs? You're going to enjoy your beignets.
Giving you this incredulous look, looking at Indigo, and just they do come in with the beignets, and he seems to be placated for the time being. He is covered in honey now, though. It'll be interesting when his ride shows up.
Anyway. It looks like you really have a bat. Well, it's a cute bat.
He's very sensitive.
I didn't catch the first part. Your audio cut out. Sorry.
He's very
Don't tell
sensitive.
him that. He's
Okay.
very sensitive.
Okay. Thank you. I totally missed that first part
Yep.
you cut out. So,
Don't tell him that.
of course. I can maintain discretion. She puts it back with the rest of her photographs. This will go back in the vault.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I have one other picture. I don't know if you saw it, or did you? When you was at the office. And she'll
Yeah, I saw that one.
produce the picture of Lou Grand. You saw that one too.
Oh, of Lou Grand. I saw the La Sombra one.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
His portrait of the former Prince of Seattle.
Now, what you see captured
It's
in
sigil.
this, yeah,
Into her skin.
yeah. You see things carved into her skin. There's also things. There's one of them is
Ew.
burned off of the painting. I remember that detail.
Yeah.
That we didn't see just looking at it, but when I took a photo of it,
What
these details
is scarred into her skin?
Now, yes, you did roll about that ritual. You and Magnus did.
Uh-huh. Yeah, we did. I got a 7. He got an 8.
That's part of the ritual that Ally fixed with your 7.
Hmm.
That seems to be the missing part that they didn't have. You don't know exactly what it does.
Oh no, Allie. Don't show that picture to anyone else ever again.
I don't
She
show
is
it.
motioning to Indigo, looking at you, and just like,
She puts it
It's
back in
less-
her bag.
yeah, it's less emphasized with the fact his face is stuffed with donuts
And sticky.
covered in powdered sugar.
Now,
Indigo will make eye contact with
Sugar
him.
hoard.
I don't show that picture
Yeah.
around to everyone, but I'm sharing it with you since you, of course, are working with us.
But unfortunately, I now have that dangerous knowledge in my head. And if we're talking about people that can just find it, I have just made everyone a huge risk. Well, I made myself a huge risk for everyone. There we go. There are the words. I knew they'd come to me.
That doesn't necessarily have to be an issue. There are methods. There are methods by which that can be removed if you're concerned. And I know someone that will do that in a trustworthy manner.
Tibs has given you.
If that is a consideration. Didn't mean to expose information to you that would cause you to be a risk. But if you're concerned about it, there are paths by which you do not have to have that.
I mean, Allie, look at me. I'm very squishy. I'm weak. I'm very good at hiding. So hopefully anyone who wants this information won't find me. But if they do, there is little I could do to stop them. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, I have to kind of throw myself in the same boat. I can do a fair number of things, but if somebody really wants to tiptoe through my mind, they'll find all sorts of crazy stuff.
Yeah.
I've had it happen before. Wouldn't be the first time.
At this point, Tasha sends you a text, Indigo, saying that she's free, and it sounds like you might be at Violet's because she got a call.
Yes, we're a Violet.
She can meet you and Ally there if that works for you.
I'll ask Allie, of course.
Of course.
Yeah, we'll meet you here.
You get a thumbs up and a heart.
Tibs, do you need a
Tasha
to-go
will be
bag?
showing up soon. Tibs kind of waves the beignet, and as he's kind of waving it at you, you hear voices out in the front
Oh
room
boy,
again.
more people.
What you hear is the woman go, we're not accepting any more seeing at this time. And you hear, it's okay, I'm supposed to be here. Have you seen a rat, like, yay big? And
That is delightful.
you hear, with immediately after the question is asked, oh, he's in there with a couple guests. Perfect. And the door opens. You see a woman
Mm-hmm.
with brown hair to her shoulders, a hood pulled
Mm-hmm.
up, kind of wet from the rain. And she looks at Allie. Of course he's with you. And
Allie grabs the speak and spell and puts it back in her bag.
yeah. So what have you been up to? And Tibs holds up the beignet, chitters at her for a while, and then gestures at Indigo. Nice to meet you.
Hello.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
Hmm.
I can't see your face, can I?
her hood down as she gets closer. Indigo.
Yep.
Been a while. It's been
Mm-hmm.
a very, very long time. The face is no longer childish and round. And she looks older than you now. But Diana, last time we saw each other, you were children.
Indigo will
Taken away.
hold out her hand. She'll shake it, say, "My name's Indigo. Lovely to meet you."
Indigo, huh? Good name.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Anna.
I think so. Anna, that's pretty.
Yeah.
A pretty name for a pretty girl.
Oh man, it's wet outside, huh?
It is, absolutely.
I'm sorry he's been hitching rides in your bag again, Ally. I'll just get out of your meeting then. Sorry to
Allie's just been
interrupt.
cleaning Tibbs's face off of all the honey and the powdered sugar. It's all like,
Yeah, as this conversation is happening, pretty soon Tibbs just kind of bats your hands away, jumps off the table, and runs up Anna's pant leg, up her sweater into her hoodie. And kind of touching her face, he's chittering at her animatedly, and she's kind of just scratching at him. Anyway,
He's
so
a great
this has been-
conversationalist.
He's saying great things about you, which not surprised. Seem like I mean, if you're hanging out with this
insight
one-
check. I'm kidding.
Insight check? You want an insight check? No. This is the first Anna insight check of the Chronicle, which brings us to a total. Fuck, I don't have my notebook. But it's in the double digits now.
I'm just, no, okay, fine, I'll do it.
You want to do an insight check?
Why not? Because it's fucking tradition at this point.
Tradition. Just staring away. If rats could furrow their eyebrows and look concerned, that's what he's doing. Can't lie to the fabulous man. Can't lie to the fabulous.
Not bad. 5.
Anna keeps looking at Indigo, and it's one of those faces where you see that she wants to say more about something, but is not
Not the time or the place.
at the time or the place.
Got it.
And well, I will let you get back to your meeting.
Yep.
The woman is standing at the door, just kind of staring. Seems to be just kind of in a daze.
If Indigo has also kind of noticed the look
Mhm.
on Anna's face,
Yeah.
she'll write down a number and hand it to her. It's one of her burner phones.
Yeah.
If you're ever looking for your rat again, you can call that.
Yeah.
Let you know if we've seen him.
He's a runner, that's for sure. Isn't that right, buddy? He nuzzles his face against hers. And she's like, yeah, all right. Anyway, I'll catch you later, Ally.
Yep.
Have a good evening, Anna.
Nice to meet you, Indigo.
Nice to meet you too.
And she,
Stay out of the rain.
as she is leaving, takes and pats the hostess on the shoulder and leaves. The hostess kind of, did you need another bottle, or?
Oh no, we're good, thank you.
Storyteller question.
Yeah.
I recognize that rat and hooded woman from the camera footage
Yes, you do.
at Jameson's, yes?
Yes, you do.
Just wanted to make sure.
Mistakes were made, commonly known as bad willpower rolls. So, she kind of blinks, looks around. Another bottle.
I'm
How you
good.
feeling, Ally?
I was.
I've drained this goblet.
Yeah, we just need to pick up.
You
Of
just
glass.
need another
Yeah.
bottle. That's sorry. I'm just. You walk into a room, you forget what you're doing. I'm so
Yeah.
sorry. Heads back, closing the door.
Runner is a bit of a stretch. Have you seen the size of
Prefer
him?
Oh, he's a big boy. Who cares?
Of course.
With the way he was going at those beignets, I'm not surprised. He seems well fed.
I can attest to that.
It's good.
There's a
Always
pizza
gotta make
place
sure your
that has
family
a
likes
card
it fed.
that has Allie's card on file.
What's that?
There's a pizza place that
Pizza
has Allie's card on file.
Indigo feeds insects and berries to her mat, so like, fine. Or bird, excuse me.
The bird. He's sensitive.
bird.
It's a
about
bird
it.
rat. It's a bird
Very
rat.
sensitive.
They're sensitive.
It's a bird rat. It's a brat. So there we go.
No, that's Indigo.
Well, like famulous, like kindred. I mean, let's be honest.
Oh, he's an imaginative little thing. He
Oh,
tells
you
the
don't
best stories.
say.
You should listen sometime.
Huh. So just keep proving my point. There you go.
So,
Anyway.
it takes a few more minutes, and then there is a knock at the door.
Oh, yay, someone knocked.
You'll get used to this in Seattle. People just barge right in, do things to you, and leave.
I bet. Let's back up to the second half of that. What kind of things do they do to you?
It really depends. Depends if they're mad. Depends if they're mad. Depends if they're sad. Or depends if they're horny.
Okay, so what are they doing if they're sad? Okay. What are they doing if they're sad, though? Like, what are they doing to you if they're sad?
Crying, typically.
Well, they're not crying. Okay, they're crying to you. I guess that makes sense. But, like, does not. This was less fun than I thought it was going to be. Okay, never mind.
Hello, Tasha.
I didn't want to interrupt, but I appear to have done so. Probably.
Oh, please, have
best it seems.
a
We're
seat.
just chilling.
Would you need something out of a bottle? Are you alright?
She holds it up. I flagged her down on the way in here just in
Excellent.
case. And she puts her glass down, fills up the rest. So, what was it you needed to talk to me about?
I was hoping that you could help me with something.
That's what I'm here for.
If you could put me in touch with or know someone who would be willing to help me gain the ability to see hidden things.
I could probably help you with that.
It would be much appreciated, as with having knowledge of the occult, it would be beneficial to actually be able to see it too.
I do find that seeing what you're working on does help with certain situations. Yeah.
Very true.
Something you would like to do now?
As soon as possible would be helpful.
Why don't you finish your drink and we'll go from there.
Okay.
So, Tasha kind of takes a little slide away from Ally.
Fence. I'm just kidding.
Just to be polite,
there.
just in case
I know.
any spills,
I'm kidding.
and bites into her wrist and holds it over your cup.
And then Indigo waits until.
Waits a few seconds. Tasha licks her
Drink
wrist
it down.
clean, drink it down.
What do I need to roll?
Or Auspex?
Oh, for a bond? Are you
Not
talking about resisting a
Auspex,
bond?
The bond.
The bond.
To roll that.
What is it? We can do that
I think.
later. I don't
Okay.
have all of my stuff is in one of the boxes in the garage.
Got it. That makes sense. It's all right.
So
We
can do
don't.
that
We
roll
can.
to see if it causes any sort of issues.
Mm-hmm.
But Tasha goes, okay, so you're just gonna focus on your blood. And Ellie, do you still have anything on you? I don't.
Oh, I've got all sorts of things. Hold on. Let's see here.
Allie pulls up that giant color block bag.
Yeah.
And starts pulling things out. You have your camera, you have your
Walkman.
knife, your Walkman.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, she'll go. Because she's not currently wearing it on the sheath upon her back. So she'll actually pull out, I got the combat knife. So you see this World War II era combat knife in a leather scabbard, so.
With a very elaborate rose for the pommel.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty.
So you're gonna take and you're gonna focus on looking at it, and then
Okay.
I know it sounds strange, but you're gonna look past it.
Okay. Indigo will try to look past it. Like she said.
Make your roll for your Auspex.
I think it's wits and Auspex.
I think so.
It's
again.
It's actually, I think it's wits and resolve if you're using your Auspex.
I can double check for you.
Your LC has the
Oops, wrong one.
actual book.
I left mine upstairs, so that's why.
One day I'll unpack.
Hold
One
on.
day. No worries.
Oops. Alright, let's go ahead and roll. Go to dice box. Come on, dice box. I don't need to be in the dice box. What the fuck am I doing? I have dice right in front of me. I already rolled them once. What the fuck?
Yeah, it is a. Yeah, it's wits and Auspex unless you're looking for a hidden supernatural entity, then it's resolve and Auspex.
Okay.
Oh, it's wits and Auspex unless you're looking for it. Okay. Got it.
What's an Auspex?
Yeah. Finding those hidden sewer rats takes resolve.
Perfect. Yeah, take resolve. No one wants to find this
Got it.
sewer rat. And the ones that do, I'm sorry for you.
It's what Elizabeth needs to use to find figs, so you know.
Yeah.
Fine.
So you start.
It has to be resolved in this matter.
You do. I mean, could get hurt or lost, or something could happen to him.
Or he's just hiding in an apartment
He's
because
just
he feels like it.
Or he's just hiding from you, and you can't have that. Why doesn't he love you?
It's a game. If I can't find him, I don't get the prize.
Good thing you got a storm to help you.
There's a joke there. Let us all.
Woo. Apologies.
Okay.
So 3.
Yeah. So it's odd. You're focused on your blood and looking
I'm listening.
for something you haven't seen. before. So you're just trying to focus on that, and as
What
you
does the
look,
knife come up as again? I think it's like black fuzziness, kind of like, okay, black electricity, if I remember correctly.
yep, you watch that rose start to crackle, almost,
Oh.
and then it's like your blood knows what it's supposed to do with Tasha's vitae in your veins. And you
Ooh.
start to see the length of that blade light up through the scabbard. There's
And I
some
now did-
sort of, with your 3, I'm gonna let you have it. There's some sort of blood sorcery on this.
Now, with my
It's
occult, can I figure out
as-
what it is?
Oh yeah, roll me your intelligence and occult. And then you kind of glance up at Ally.
Hi, Allie.
Ally has something all over her body. That slight electrical current. You look at Tasha. Tasha's hands are slightly glowing. You think if Ally hit someone with the pommel of that knife, it would cause some sort of corrosive damage.
Mm.
Gold.
So-
digging ex-wife.
so-
Anyway.
Allie has a lot of.
Then there's the camera on the table. That thing lights up, and you see that Tasha's actually looking at it pretty closely. That's quite something, Allie. Wow.
Oh, the camera.
So,
Yes.
what is all the stuff? She's gonna like swirl her finger around Allie. What's all that?
What's all what?
You don't.
I'll turn on my own sense the unseen and look at myself.
Allie, you look down and you see where the camera is threaded through a button, and you can see that slight electrical charge that goes through the setup.
Oh, that. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's normal.
Yeah. Allie just goes, oh, yeah, that's normal, it's fine.
oh, okay.
Tasha kind of looks and goes, did you bring that to court?
Bring what to court?
Okay. You know, plausible deniability is a thing, and we're gonna go with it.
She'll take the
boy.
camera, put it back in her bag.
Figure out from where it glows when she pointed to it. Can Indigo see what it is?
Do you lean in close to the button?
It depends. How close would Allie let Indigo get?
Yeah, so they're little tea tables.
I mean, how close would
no.
Allie
Yeah, I know.
let Indigo get?
You have the ability, unless
To lean in.
Allie smacks you.
What are you doing?
Huh?
You're looking at my chest.
I'm looking at it. Well, you have. I don't want to say that. Let's back this up so I'm not a creep in this situation. You are very lovely to look at. Can I just hear? And Indigo's just gonna scooch real close, like real close to Allie. She's gonna, like just scooch into Allie.
Oh
And
my
just
goodness.
kind of put her arm around Allie's shoulder. What?
I know this move.
Whoa, okay. What is it then? Explain it to me. What am I doing?
What are you doing? You're trying
Yeah,
to
what
get
am I doing?
close to determine something upon my person. I've done it all the
Uh-huh.
time.
Oh, you do this all the time?
Of course, not with you.
Well, you're lucky I didn't cop a feel. So,
Am I really that lucky, though?
do you want me to cop a feel?
I don't
You need
care.
a moment alone?
No, Tasha.
Indigo will just reach out and look at, well, looking at Tasha and just honk.
Now, turnabout's fair play.
Ah! Bruise easy.
Barely touched.
I know. I'm fucking with you,
mean-
Allie.
Was there
I'm fucking with you.
anything else you needed?
I'm so sorry,
Put the
Tasha.
knife
Are you
away.
okay?
This is a very interesting conversation you happened to appear upon, Tasha. So, but thank
Was
you.
this a conversation? I didn't think this was a conversation. I'm pretty sure this was a show.
At this point, you probably should charge.
Tasha, we never charge you.
I wasn't talking about that. No,
I'm just
was
teasing,
Indigo. I would
Tasha.
help, so
Yes.
this is me helping you.
I appreciate it. I really do. Can I do anything for you? Help you with anything?
No, I just need to go soon and check on someone.
Yeah. Okay. If you need anything, let me know.
If there was anything else you needed, you know how to reach me.
I'm good. Thank you.
Tasha?
Yeah.
Cullum's recovering well. Just so you know.
Good. Stop by to see him. He's doing a lot better than
Q's never
Anyway.
returned my messages, by the way.
he's still not good,
Q.
but he's recovering.
Tasha, please
And
don't forget.
Tasha kind of looks around. Q had a run-in with Cullum, and it honestly could have gone very badly, but both made it out.
Mhm.
So,
Tasha, please don't forget that if there was anything that Q was working on in the meantime, I will assume his responsibilities until he is made able to conduct his duties.
I know. I'll let you know.
Thank you.
Stubborn fool won't tell me what he was working on, but you know.
I could always go and ask him about it.
You could. But let him rest for now. You can harass him later.
Fair enough.
She says it kind of
continue to
jokingly,
eat.
but she seems very serious.
Fair enough.
I'll continue to keep the drones away. At least until they
Right.
recall them. That's me. Keeping them away from you too, Tasha.
I'll see you all later. She kind of gets up, straightens her clothes, and heads out.
So much work
Now,
to do.
Allie, you do know what Q was working on, actually.
Mhm.
There's a cover-up that had to go down based on some things that happened.
Mm-hmm. You're talking about with respect to the ritual and the burning
Yep,
of the building?
Christopher. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Damn SI.
I'm not one of Bex. Christopher was. Fuck that guy.
Oh, Allie
That's a
definitely
great
did.
grandchild too.
So, sorry, what was that?
That's the older brother.
So cover up with Beck and
Yep,
Christopher.
But hey, no one's ever uncovered anybody's secrets, have they?
Hmm.
That's okay. It'll be okay.
So,
Yeah, Allie will follow up with that. for sure.
Hugh said he got it covered. There's just a few more things he needed to throw into place, and well,
Things
it wasn't
happen.
the perfect plan, but hey, look at what happened.
All right then.
I just had to
So-
make it real convincing, Chihuahua. Just had to make it real convincing. Exactly what I was going to tell you when he calls you.
Of course.
Did you want to
Go ahead.
get in contact with this Joseph? Is that his name?
Absolutely.
See if we could set up a meeting for maybe later or something.
Absolutely. Let me contact him and see if he's available and we can arrange a meeting.
Now,
Because-
you know that Joseph is very Camarilla, so there is not a cell phone number.
Mm-hmm.
There is an office to leave a message at.
Yeah. And I'll leave the message. Hello, Joseph. It's me.
Yeah, you get the message. I cannot remember his alias name at the university. Professor something something.
Mm-hmm. I have an individual that I need to arrange a meeting with you. Please contact me at your earliest convenience through our normal methods. Thank you. Well, we'll just wait. But while we're waiting, we could do something fun.
Yes. Ooh. I'm always down for a good time. What do you have in mind?
You ever been to the Dancerama?
Have I?
Prue took you there once.
Well,
Okay.
I'm not surprised.
How long has the place been around? How long has the place been around?
This incarnation of it, 3 years.
Okay.
Before that, it was
Been-
the Glide and Glitter.
Got it.
It's the same owners. It's just tax evasion.
Yeah. That I was just asking because that's probably someplace homeless a young Indigo has been to and by.
And got kicked
Sure.
out of. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you know, it's either that or possibly Club 27, but the club...
I'm not allowed to go there anymore. Let's go ahead and go to the Dancerama.
Okay.
You're not
We're
allowed-
not meeting the owner will kill me of Club 27,
Oh
so
my-
we can't go. We can't go.
Wait.
Can't go.
I'm...
I've never
You
met
know
her.
the owner. You know the owner, Ellie.
I know. I was just going to say. I'm sorry. You've met Elizabeth.
No.
You don't.
No, I
you're-
have not.
You're not acting like you just said they would kill you. The owner would kill you. I know who the owner is.
I have
gone
not
to-
met her.
I've gone to many affairs with Miss Elizabeth.
Mhm.
Now, don't get me wrong. She can be a bit particular, but I can't imagine. Anyway, I'm just saying that the club's a little bit more, shall we say, they typically hold a little bit more formal venues. So,
Well, I mean, I went there one time. It was the Kindred only night.
ah, yes, she loves those. Those are her personal crowning jewel of achievements that she likes to hold. She loves to show off the complexities of the court. Of the club itself. Lovely artwork all over the place too. Anyway,
And Indigo had that conversation about the painting.
I know. But we'll go to the Dancerama.
There's inconsistency in that story. Fine.
Don't worry about it. It's fine. I'll look
I mean,
forward to
Indigo
it.
would be like, look, if you're dead set on going to Club 27.
Oh.
I'm sure it'll be okay. But however, we could also
honestly-
not do that.
Honestly, not going to the club is probably best considering everything that's happened. Dancerama is a little bit more low key. Shall we say a little bit more
It's kind.
on the grimy side of things? But that's what I love about it. It's so down to earth. And Ethan's an absolute dear. So let's go.
Yeah, let's shout. She'll walk out, having a mild panic attack at the mention of Club 27 and the fact that she is pretty sure her ass will get handed to her if she walks back to
Your tab was paid by Tasha. So you're free to go. So you get onto Indigo's bike
Yeah.
and you head off to the club for a wonderful evening of dancing.
Woo!
And everybody.
Pixie. Pixie shows up.
Allie's nickname of Pixie ask if you're working that night. Indigo will learn a bunch of more information.
Oh.
And that is where we're going to close out the stream for the evening.
Yes.
So, thank you all for coming, showing up, watching.
Yeah.
Time is illusion. I don't know when you're watching this, so good morning, good evening, good night. Good
Thank you and welcome to the collective.
Yes.
Welcome to the
You
collective.
did it. Welcome to the
We
collective.
did it.
Yep. Quick shout outs. Saturday evening we'll be doing some Changeling, hosted by our
And-
wonderful Milo. And this
Sunday is
Sunday is Main by Night, hosted by our lovely Mike. So
Yeah.
Catch you all then.
keep an eye out.
Until then, stay hydrated, you thirsty bastards.
Woo.
Yep.